good people? How we doing? I am so excited to be doing this video for you guys. A few months back, I had touched on the importance of a routine and it was great feedback. So I'm here again just to add a little bit more to the meaning of a routine, but more so like what's in a routine. Because, people can do a lot of different things and they just do them and they may not understand. So I'm here to give you some clarification. So let's jump into it. This video is about what's in a routine and also the power of what's in a routine. So I want you to take a moment and just reflect on a time when you woke up literally moments before you needed to leave for work. Running around, maybe brushing your teeth, getting your clothes together, something. Just do it. You're just unorganized, right? You just feel like all over the place, and then you then have to scrounge up food for lunch. You find yourself grabbing a piece of toast and a quick coffee before heading out the door, and then before you know it, you're at work, right? And then your attention is automatically wanted, like you just got there, right? And then but everything needs to stop because people need you. Before you know it, you're at the middle of the week, and like burnout does not even describe how you're feeling. Like you're completely overwhelmed, discombobulated. You look down at your list for the week and I don't know, nothing's done, or you're not on track for your weekly goals, right? Like the thoughts that may go through your mind. One may be like, is this am I able to get out of this? Like, what is this rut that I'm in? And I am here to tell you, yes, you are able to get out of it. And that's with a routine. Okay. So I'm going to be very just like candid. I have my notes here because it's good information and I just don't want to miss anything, right? We're not perfect. So, the routine is what's going to save any of those prior experiences that you've had, right? I find that a routine is like the foundation for success. It helps you just keep your head on straight, really, and move with more focus and intentionality. Also, you're not aimlessly going throughout your days, right? You have focus, you have a purpose for your tasks and for what you're doing, right? So it makes things more streamlined. And also the discipline that stems from a routine is amazing because it begins to just reshape your life. And before you know it, you may start with like a morning routine, but then you have an afternoon routine, and then you go to your evening routine, and all of a sudden you have, these little routines that just help you navigate your days and your weeks and your months that much better, right? So let's get into what's in a routine. Just by talking to people, doing some research, and just kind of seeing what's out there, a lot of people are just like, what, a routine is a whole bunch of habits, and you're not wrong. Like if that's your opinion, fantastic. I'm not saying you're wrong at all, because that's what it is. But it's a little bit more. There's a few more things in there. Your routine is about actions and habits that are done repeatedly, right? And it's not just like one routine. It doesn't have to be just one routine. And that's the beauty of it. It's like, for example, for me, when I wake up in the morning, I read my devotional and I go do cardio. Like I know that I work best in the morning when even just like for my days when I feel empowered, enlightened, and I get that from my devotionals. So I make sure those happen first thing in the morning. And it's so great, right? It just gives me I don't know, just like a little pep in my step, right? So that's what's in the routine. So now that we know that, just what makes it powerful? Like, okay, so we have these habits, actions that we do repeatedly. So what? Here's the thing. We, and you guys may know this, we're creatures of habits, right? So not a bad thing, because again, it's what can make us successful and allow us to achieve the goals that we have set for ourselves. So not a bad thing. It's more so the details in the routine that make it powerful. And the book, let me see, what is it called? Yes, so the book Power of Habit, Why We Do What We Do in Life and Business by Charles Duhigg. Okay, this book details how there's like almost little to no willpower required because habits put our brains in like this auto mode, right? So weird. So I'm like reading this, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's pretty dope. Like, I mean, you know it, but like when you actually break it down, you're like, that's legit what's happening. So let me take you through these steps. There's 3 steps, okay? So the first step is the brain's cued by something, okay? And then that something puts your brain into auto mode. So this can simply be waking up, right? I wake up and I know it's time to read my devotional, okay? Step 1, brain is cued by something to be in auto mode, sorry. Step 2, executing the routine. This simply means I am grabbing whatever it is that my devotional is in, whether it's my phone or an actual book. For me, it's an actual book. So I grab my devotional book and I begin reading it. So I sit up in bed and I begin reading it. That's the execution of the routine. So step 1, we have cued. The brain is cued by something, i.e., waking up. Step 2 is executing that routine. That is grabbing the book, sitting up in bed, beginning to read. And the third step is reaping the benefits of the routine. For me, reaping the benefits of the routine is the enlightenment that I receive from the devotional, right? So my brain's cued. Okay, I woke up, ready to go. Let me grab this devotional book. I'm sitting up and I begin reading it, and then I'm enlightened and I'm ready to go throughout my day. That's it. But what happens is that goes in a loop. And with each task that you have, you begin creating that habit. And before you know it, that's your routine. Like, and you can have your morning routine, your, like I said, your afternoon, evening routine, like, or you can just have one routine, but it doesn't matter. It's your brain is triggered and you just automatically do these tasks and you're automatically reaping the benefits without even knowing it, right? So think about other tasks that empower you that you do separately, like not in a routine. It's just more so like, oh, I like to pick my pen and write like randomly, right? What if you took that and you're like at 5 o'clock, or you don't have to put a time on it, too much stress. After I finish my afternoon snack, I'm going to write. Think of how empowering that is for you, or that would be for you, to just start to write things out, right? It kind of breaks up your day. You start to get your wheels turning and you're ready to go for that second half of the day. That's just an example. But honestly, like when you start to form your routines and you start to make exponential effects in your life. So I encourage you to literally think of some tasks or think of some things that you want to do to be more productive, to be more focused, and put a 1, 2, 3 of when you work best with those, or when those would resonate with you best, and begin practicing a routine. It doesn't have to take much. That's the beauty of it. So good luck, and I'll talk to you guys soon.